Welcome back to the Prosperous Life Podcast. Thank you so much if you're a reoccurring person coming up onto this podcast because you're ultimately looking to transform your life, which allows you to transform this world. Now, if you're new, I hope you find value into this podcast. Now, today, if you're on YouTube, you can clearly see I'm not in my normal studio. That is under construction, and next week I'll be shooting there. And it's exciting. I never thought I would be 23 painting my wall purple, but it's my favorite color, so we'll go with it. Anyways, with that in mind, the goal today is to teach you guys how to be master manifestors, right? People hear manifesting and think it's woo-woo, but you're doing it all the time. Whether you think so or not, have you ever dreamed about something and made it happen? Okay, well, that's just a different word for it. You're manifesting, you're dreaming, you're making your dreams happen. And when you become a master manifester, you don't just dream, but you make those dreams happen. So honestly, even though I'm a homeowner, a coach, author, speaker, husband, honestly, they were all a dream once. I've been thinking about being a homeowner for over a little year now. I always thought about being a life coach since I was 16, 15. And now I'm making it happen. I work with people one-on-one, starting a membership next month so that I can help people on a wider scale. This was all a dream. I became a master manifester, and that's why I make every single goal that I put on my vision board happen. There has not been a goal on my vision board for over 3-4 years that I haven't accomplished. And it's simply because I know the ways of how to make goals happen for myself, but I also know how to make it happen on an energetic level. So yeah, that is, and people can call energy visualizations. I mean, there's different words for energy, so don't let that word scare you, because I know it is a different word to say the least. So no, truly, this is for you, whether you're a goal setter, achiever, whether you're a master manifestor already, there's always options, and there is always room for second looks on things of this nature. And this is even for you, whether you don't even know what manifesting means, if you've really never taken your goals and established a goal for them, if you've never taken them and threw them on a vision board and turned them to be specific and created a plan and path so you could achieve that. It's your time to make things happen for yourself, is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, the thing is, most people wait for their outer world to influence their internal world. And a lot of people ask me what I mean by that. Imagine a puzzle. You either choose to be a puzzle piece in the puzzle, or you get to be the creator of the puzzle. That's what I mean by that. What are you going to be? Are you going to be the creator of the puzzle, or are you going to be just a puzzle piece? I choose to be the creator of an entire puzzle because that's what I want. I want to create my life. So with that in mind, let's jump in. If you see it in your mind, you can achieve it. Now, I want to stop here. So as I mentioned, I'm starting up a membership October 1st. I'm launching. Imagine this. Imagine being able to become your authentic self. Imagine being able to create your vision for life, create a plan and path to get there. Start making an impact on yourself and in this world in the way that you feel called to, while having a community behind you. See, I am creating a membership where we can build a community together, where we can all support each other in becoming who we believe we're capable of becoming, and ultimately building the vision and the life that we believe we're capable of doing as far as making and living a prosperous life. That's what this membership's going to be all about. So yeah, when you see it in your mind, you can achieve it. I want to talk to you about that because for a long time, I've wanted to create a community where people could feel at home, where they can feel invited to grow and not feel like they're in judgment. I want people to feel confident and be okay sharing their thoughts, emotions, the way they truly feel. So this is just a sure example of you can create anything that you see. If you can see it here, you can make it happen. Now, truthfully, if you can't see it, you won't achieve it, honestly, because you have to see something first before you can make it happen. I believe God saw everything. God saw me and he spent time on me. God saw you, he spent time on you. God made trees, God made pianos, God made wood. God really saw everything, and then it was created. And that's what's so amazing here is that he gave you the power of thought. And if he created you by thought first, imagine what you create in your life through thought. You can really create anything through thought. God gifted you that. Now, a lot of people say things like, that would be nice when they see a boat. That would be nice when they see somebody rich. That would be nice when they see a nice car. That's mommy's and daddy's money. So today you have the ability to transform those words, those thoughts alone. Because if you're the person saying that, no wonder you don't have those things. No wonder you don't have money. You think somebody else had to give it to them. You're a victim to what you've created in your life, yet you're the one that created it. So the best way to stop being a victim is by starting to take accountability for yourself. Recognize where you're at, where you're wanting to go, and build a plan and path to get there. Just because somebody has money does not mean it's mommy's and daddy's money. Sometimes that's the case, sure, but most of the time it's not. Most of the time that is not the case. So what is your situation going to be? Are you going to be the person that doesn't get money, doesn't get that big business, doesn't get that dream girl, doesn't get the dream husband, doesn't get the boats, doesn't get the material items, doesn't get the house simply because you say that's mommy's and daddy's money? Simply because you say that they got lucky? When you could just grab yourself, shake yourself, and say, what the heck are you doing? You can go create this too. And that's the power of today. It's not necessarily that everybody else got lucky in this world and you didn't. They just put themselves in the right places at the right time, took the right action steps in order to become and create success. And that's what you can do today. You can just take responsibility, see where you're at so you can make things happen. So with that in mind, as you see yourself for who you are, you're capable of seeing yourself for what you're capable of becoming, because as you become more, you can achieve more. So ask yourself, where are you at today? Now, I just don't want you to recognize the things that you're happy for. I also want you to recognize the things that you're not happy with. Because the things that you're happy with, we can grow upon. And the things that you're not happy with, we can transform. Now, what's your vision for life, right? This is, again, you're creating where you're at right now, and you're seeing where you want to get to. So what is your vision? And if you don't know this exactly, I would invite you after this podcast to go take even just 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, if not longer, which is what I would encourage. But I understand people are on a schedule, so some is going to be better than none. And create a vision for yourself. Write things like business/career, and write everything you want to achieve in your life into that category. Material items, everything you want to write. Relationships, everything you want to create in relationships. Finance, everything you want to accomplish in finance. Experiences, everything you want to experience in that. Habits, everything and every one habit you want to create. And as you create this, you're going to see it here, right? You see it in your mind. That way you can go out and accomplish it. Now, the next step is to fill the gap. Now, you don't need to know all the hows at this point. You just created a long-term vision for yourself. By the time I leave this world, I want to create and achieve all of these things. So you know the what's. You don't need to know all the hows at this point. You just need to dream big. You need to have a big vision. You need to have something that is so exciting that it moves you to action. So yeah, create that vision. Now you want to create the next steps. Again, you don't need to have all the next steps in order to accomplish your entire life. That's virtually impossible. And if you can see every single step in your entire life, that sounds kind of boring, and you're probably not dreaming big enough. So just your next steps, 2 to 9 next best steps in order to accomplish this life vision, right? These obviously are the hows, but it doesn't fulfill all of the what. So if you want to make $1 million, maybe the first step is to start one business, invest $1,000, get your first rental property, whatever that case is. Just your next steps and what's important to accomplishing that. Now, as I stated before, if you can become something more, you can achieve more. So when you're shooting to become, when you're just shooting for a higher outcome and you're making the outcome reflect and determine how you feel in your internal world, there's three things that could potentially happen. Either one, you're not going to succeed because you're not trying to become more. For instance, you get what you identify with. Let's say at the beginning of this year, you said, you know what, I want to drop 40 pounds. I want to go from 220 to 180. Person goes, buys a gym membership and starts working. Well, the only outcome is 180 pounds. You want to lose 40 pounds. That's the only outcome. That's it. So when you hit 180, what's after that? You're looking to just achieve a goal. And that's great. That's a good start, but that's why most people fail. You get what you identify with. So do you really want to, obviously you want to get to 180 pounds, but do you just want to get to 180 pounds or do you also want to become an athlete in the process? You get what you identify with in this world. So if you're shooting just to do an outcome and you go from not working out to working out 7 days a week, it won't last. And I will tell you this, you may reach a 180 and you're not going to feel fulfilled. When you don't become more and you achieve those end results, you still don't feel very fulfilled when you achieve it because it's not a part of who you are. And 3, you may continue to push for it, but you'll achieve burnout because you're not becoming something more. So remember, you get what you identify with. It's not I'm going to achieve this goal and I'm going to go get it. No, you need to become more. And when you become more, you achieve more. And in the process, you feel fulfilled with where you're at, but you also feel fulfilled along the journey and the end result. Man, that twisted my tongue there a little bit. Now, as you do this, as you become more and as you achieve more, you're going to visualize exactly that situation. So if you're wanting to be 180 pounds, you're going to visualize yourself as if you were already 180 pounds. You're going to visualize how you would live, how you would be, the person you would be at 180 pounds. And you're going to bring that into today. You're going to literally act and operate as if you were 180 pounds today. Now, I want you to remember that this is applicable to any goal. So if you want $1 million, you're going to visualize what life would be like and who you would be like with $1 million. And you're going to bring that into today. And you're going to become that person. Because as you vibrate at a higher energy, as you vibrate at such a higher frequency associated with being 180 pounds or being a millionaire, bam, you start acting like it more, which will create you to achieve that goal a lot faster. Now, you want to show up every day as if you already had the result always. A day doesn't go by. If you miss a day, your energy could go right back to normal. Now, I want you to have gratitude for every result before it happens. So if you want to be 180 pounds, be grateful for already being healthy. Be grateful for being 180 pounds. Begin to really bring the gratitude for that result. Most people wait for the outcome to have gratitude. Why? We're waiting for an external result to influence how we feel on the inside. I say heck no to that. Why not be grateful for it before it happens? Change your internal dialogue, which then will allow you to go get that thing externally. Now, recognize that every moment counts. You want to live moment to moment. Again, most people allow their human process to go by subconsciously, which doesn't get them to be where they want to be. Moment to moment, we have pains and pleasures in the future. We definitely see where we want to go. We definitely see where we don't want to go. Nobody wants to be poor, right? Long term. Everybody wants to have money. So why doesn't everybody get it? It's because of the moment to moments. Our life's made up by moments to moments. Our moments to moments build our days, which build our weeks, which build our months, which builds our years, which builds our life. So if you can become somebody and be that person moment to moment, you will live an extraordinary life. And that's a matter of taking things consciously. We want to take our human experience by the hand. So every single moment is created by a couple things. You have a thought, which creates an emotion, which creates an action or a reaction. If you're not taking control of this, you're probably more in a reactive mode instead of an action taking mode. And then from there, you get the result in life. So with that in mind, if you take that by hand, you will transform anything. You know who you want to be, you know what you want to accomplish, and you're living that every single moment of your life. And that's what's going to transform your life, is the moment to moments. It's not the long 180 pounds. It's the system to getting there. So for instance, you may want to be 180 pounds, but imagine the system is what it really takes for you to get there. And that's the moment to moments. It's when you're either given an apple or a caramel apple. I can only imagine that the caramel sounds better. It does to me, at least. I assume it does for you. But in that moment, are you so conscious and so aware to recognize, if I take a bite of this caramel apple, it's going to lead me to not only being at 220 pounds where I'm at now, it's going to lead me to gaining weight in the future. And also having the pleasure of, if I eat this apple, I'm going to get to 180 pounds and I'm going to be a true athlete. That's the power of your moment to moments. So have pattern interrupts. So your old self will come up. Your 220 pound you will come up. Be able to have that awareness, right? To be able to have that pattern interrupt. Pattern interrupts don't have to be complicated. It can be affirmations, declarations, one word. It can be a dance. It can be singing. It can be anything that brings you joy and does a pattern interrupt. Again, your thoughts create your emotions. Emotion creates your actions or reactions, which create your results. So let's say I'm gifted an option of a caramel apple or an apple. From there, I can say, you know what, prosperous. Prosperous is a big part of my brand, but the reason being is because it's so powerful to me. So if I say prosperous, that puts me in a framework of thought. I want the caramel apple. Prosperous. Yeah, I haven't even felt the emotion of, yeah, I really want that caramel apple. Prosperous puts me in a different thought of, ooh, I'm looking forward to being 180 pounds, which creates an emotion of excitement to eat the apple. Not the caramel apple, but the apple, which generates me to take action and take the apple over the caramel apple, which creates a result of me becoming an athlete and me getting down to 180 pounds. So that is the power of manifestation. Manifestation is day-to-day living. My one question to you is, how big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? Would you really be sitting at where you're at right now? Would you be dreaming? Dream big. You never know what can happen. And guess what? You only fail if you quit. So can you really ever fail if you don't quit? I don't think so. I think as long as you keep showing up every day, you'll win. And guess what? A business might go down. You didn't fail. This is just your starter business if you keep going. A marriage might fail. Oh, sorry. That is not what I meant. A marriage might not go through. But guess what? This is your starter marriage. Think of how long you learned. Stop resenting the hard things in life. Those hard things in life allow you to manifest so much bigger things. So much bigger things. Keep going. So just to kind of wrap up again, what is becoming a master manifester? It's visualizing. Can you see it here? Do you have the goal, the vision? Do you know what you want to achieve in the long run? 2, become. Your next steps, your vision board, your goals, you want to become that person. So if the next goal is to, let's just say, make $1 million. Okay, visualize what it would be like. How would you truly be with that $1 million? And from there, you're going to take it into your day to day world and become that person. And it's going to be the moments to moments. Take control of that human nature, transform your thoughts, your emotions, which will transform your actions and reactions, which will transform you to have better results. With that in mind, I want to thank you again. If you found this very valuable, I would encourage you to subscribe, leave a review. That way I can better myself, better this podcast. And that way I can also serve more people in an extraordinary way. And hopefully I have the blessing to serving you again. Now, again, don't forget that the Prosperous Life membership is coming out October 1st. October 1st. Again, imagine being able to have a community behind you while you become your authentic self. You create your vision for life and you begin to live a prosperous life in which you believe you're called to do. If you don't believe you're capable of living a prosperous life, that's okay. Come check out the membership. You can see the results I've gotten in my life, and I know and I believe that you can too. I'm here to support you. Thank you so much and have a good rest of your day.